What are some of the signs that you're going to have a high conflict divorce? Now, you probably think every divorce is full of conflict, and it is, because you've had conflict at home. That's why you're not going to be married to each other anymore. Some divorces are higher conflict than the other cases, and there are a lot of things that can play into that. For instance, if your spouse has a mental health problem, and it raises the tenor of everything that's happened in your case, or maybe you have done some things you shouldn't have done, and your spouse has found out, and they really hate you right now for it, or maybe there's a lot of money involved in your situation, or maybe you do not at all believe that the other parent has the best interest of your children in mind in their decisions, and you think they're just trying to win, not provide well for your children. Those are signs that you could have a high conflict divorce, which means it's going to take more time, because a lot of times the chances of a mediated settlement or an agreement are going to be lower in those high conflict situations. That's okay. We can handle that for you. But if you have a high conflict divorce, you probably need to prepare in advance for the stress that's going to come with having that high conflict divorce. Is there anything worse than somebody telling a lie on you? I've always heard that if somebody tells a lie on you, you should live in the way that those people who know you best won't ever believe it. And you may wonder, in my divorce, how do I handle false accusations? They've said I've been stealing money. They've said that I've been running around on my spouse. They've said that I've been doing this or that, and it's not true at all. The good thing is, if they can't prove it, it didn't happen. And so when we're looking at false accusations, the truth is always going to help you out. We do have developments in the law right now, and even developments just in technology, where deep fakes, AI, these things are going to really come into play over the next few years in a bigger way about how do we deal with falsehoods when it looks like I did something, but I know I didn't. We're going to work, in your case, to build people who know you that can testify about the kind of person you are. We're going to work to build the documents and all the background from just an evidentiary basis to show what the truth is. And in the end, all of these things are going to help you to fight against the false allegations that have been made against you. A divorce is probably the most stressful event a person can go through in their life. And it affects your mental health in a lot of negative ways. And you wonder, what can I do to protect my mental health? The great thing is you will not always be in the middle of your divorce. And at the end of your case, in our office, we want you to be better off mentally, physically, spiritually, maybe even financially than you were earlier on in this case. It takes a long time sometimes to get divorced. Your mental health has to be a concern for you. You've got to take time, because you can't be a good parent if you're not in a good place mentally. So we need to work together with you to make sure that your mental health is protected. We may get you in counseling. Sometimes I can help you, because your counselor may be able to come into court and testify. I saw this person with these issues, and through counseling, we've worked over the course of this, and I've seen this improvement in their mental health status. You need to take your mental health very seriously in your divorce. It is stressful. It is scary. There are a lot of open ends that you don't know the answer to. And when you're looking at your mental health, we need to make certain that your mental health is a concern for you. And so if you're looking at how can I deal with my mental health problems, talk to people who have been through this before. They were in a really hard time, and now things are better for them. That should give you hope that yours can be too. I think the biggest thing that you need to remember when you're looking at how can I protect my mental health in a divorce or in a custody battle is this. When you get to the end of it, things are going to get better. You've got to focus on the big picture. There are going to be little skirmishes you fight along the way, but if you're looking at the whole battle, the whole war you're in right now, things are going to get better. Don't get bogged down in the everyday, minute-by-minute stresses. Keep your mind on the bigger things, knowing I'm going to get where I want to be if I get through all of this. I think that's going to do as much to help and protect your mental health as anything else when you're going through your divorce. When should you compromise? You wonder, okay, this divorce has been rocking along for a year and a half. I'm so sick of it. I just want to be done. And you wonder, should I compromise? We may encourage you to really hold on. If we know you've got a very strong position, and if you just go to court, we believe the judge is going to do this or that for you, we may encourage you to hold on. But oftentimes, a compromise or a mediated settlement or an agreement is always going to be better for you, because that way it gives you the surety to know that, okay, this is what's going to happen. I may not love all of it, but I can live with this. And it's a lot better than taking a chance in a trial. And so I think compromise is always in your best interest. That doesn't mean you give away the farm, but it does mean you look at giving a little to get a little. And that's probably going to be in your best interest. If you have questions about any high conflict situation or a divorce or a custody battle, and you wonder, how can I get through this? Call our office today. We'd love to work with you through this tough time.